Hi guys, I just want to talk to you about what I've been going through lately. In the past 11 years, I've been having, due to pregnancy, I've been having this what's it called, hemorrhoids, that's bowel. I've been having this bowel due to the weight of the baby. So whenever I'm pregnant, the weight of the baby brings down the bowel, and it causes the hemorrhoids to get enlarged, and then it protrudes out of the anus. So it's been going on since then. I've had 3 kids. After the 3 kids, it still comes. So it's been going on. So when I got to the UK, I decided to talk to the GP about it. So whenever I take anything sugary, or whenever probably I walk too much, and the work I'm doing now is, you have to be I have to be on my feet for 12 hours. So it's not helping me at all. So because of that, I've been having like constant hemorrhoids. It comes out like more frequently now. So I had to book an appointment with the GP so they could have a look at it, and they told me that either they take it out, or they band it, like they tie it up, which is called banding. So, but that they were just going to check, use the camera to check if it's not infected, if it's free from any other diseases or whatever. They just want to be sure that, everything is okay in there, and then they do either the surgery or the banding. So, I was scheduled for an appointment to do the banding, and then to do the camera check. The camera check is called sigmoidoscopy, I think. So that's what the camera check is called. So I've been given an appointment. I'm going tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. I'll be going tomorrow, and they posted the medication to me for just to clear my bowels. So I started taking it yesterday. So I took one yesterday at 6 p.m. I took another one this morning at 8 a.m. I'm going to take another dose. It's two doses at a time. So I'm going to take another dose at 6 p.m. today. And I've not been really eating. They asked me not to eat anything oily, no heavy food. So I've been on fasting. Let me just put it that way. I've been on fasting. I've been taking water every hour. Almost every hour I've been taking, a glass of water. They want me to keep hydrated so that whenever they're checking or whatever they are doing, it has to be, clear down there. So I've just been there. I've been so hungry. I've really been so hungry. I had to be asking, be checking, be researching on what I can eat that will just keep me filled, because I'm not going to eat anything after. This is almost 6 o'clock. I'm not going to have to eat anything. I only have to be drinking water. So I'm boiling eggs now, and I'm allowed to take eggs and toast. I can take toast as well. So I'm just boiling 2 eggs and a slice of bread, and lightly buttered. So that's what I'll take, and then I'm not going to take anything till the procedure tomorrow. So I just want to carry you along. I'm anxious. Even though I've really read about it, and they said it's not so painful, and it's just a bit uncomfortable. But you know how it is when there is any hospital appointment or procedure, you just get anxious because you don't know what to expect. So that's just the updates about hemorrhoids. So if peradventure you have you're having like constant hemorrhoids, or maybe if you wipe you bleed a bit, you need to just seek a doctor. It may be nothing, it may be something serious, and at the same time it may be nothing serious, but it's just a wise idea to check. You just never can tell. And then there is nothing as relaxing as getting to know that everything is okay. So checking is better than just ignoring and pretending like nothing is happening. So that's what I'm doing. I had to just check. It's not going to take anything. And the good thing is that because I'm in the UK as a healthcare worker, so I'm exempted from paying the health surcharge, because we are supporting. We are health workers as well, so we are not paying. So I'm enjoying the free medicals, the free everything in the UK. So all these procedures, camera checking, banding, surgery, everything is going to be free. everything is going to be free. So that's what I'm enjoying. Although it's not fun to be ill or to be in the hospital, but then it's going to be free. So those are the things I'm enjoying as a healthcare worker in the UK. So let's see, I'll just carry you along and let you know the updates. Bye. Hello my people, how na day? How are you guys doing? So I just want to give you an update concerning the test I went to do. So what happened is, I did this video twice. No, I went for this test 2 times. The first time I went for the test, I couldn't control. I'm someone who has high threshold for pain, but when they wanted to start this procedure, it was so painful for me. I don't know, probably it was my mindset. It was really painful that I was screaming. I was really screaming. And you know, by law in the UK, you have to stop whatever you're doing if the patient is uncomfortable. There is no forcing. It is what the patient wants. Although I didn't tell them to stop, but they cannot go ahead if, you know, your patient is in pain. So they stopped, and then they rebooked me for another day. I don't know. I think the faces of the nurses were not looking too. They were looking tired or upset about something, but their faces were not encouraging as well. So probably that was part of it. But you know, I was rebooked again another next 1 month. So the second time I was rebooked, I was told that I'll be sedated. I'll be sedated, which I gave consent to, and I must have somebody to come and pick me up. So my husband, I put my husband's name down for him to pick me up, and that day is not my baby's nursery. My toddler doesn't go to the nursery on that day, so they may likely come together if we don't get someone to assist with childcare. So that day, that fateful day came. I fasted and prayed. Like, I don't even know. I was just fasting and praying, you know. I was just praying for a good health. Then that was when I realized that good health is better than anything in this world. I was praying, I hope they will not see anything. I hope they will not discover this. I hope they will not, you know. I was just reading about a lot of things. Oh, cancer is rampant now. I hope I don't have cancer. This one, that one. I even read where some people's bowels were cut off, you know. I was just reading about a lot of things, and it was disturbing my mental state. So I feel like next time, if you're trying to go for this kind of test, you should surround yourself with positive things, positive energy, because I was really mentally drained with a lot of things I was seeing online, and I was imagining as well. So on that fateful day, I was, ready. I got there. I didn't eat, all because I don't want any rebooking again. I was tired of waiting. So I was 2 days before the test, I was meant to take light meals. But what I did was I was only just taking water. Meanwhile, that same week, I did like fruit fasting. I was just eating fruit. So 2 days before this procedure was when I ate last. So a day before the procedure, I was just taking lots and lots of water. I was taking a lot of water. And then I was given an enema. I'll go and I'll bring it to show you. Let me show you. So I was given an enema to prep my bowels that morning. That's it. This is the enema. I was given this to prep my bowels. So that fateful morning, I set my alarm for 5:30, 6 o'clock. So when the first alarm went off, I was mentally awake. Then the second alarm, and then I stood up. I did the enema because I did it previously in the last time. So I used the enema, and like 20 minutes after I felt like opening my bowels, I went, but it was hard to. So I was worried. I said, after all, I didn't eat a day before. How come I'm having hard? My bowels was like a type 4. So I told myself, if it is like this, then there's some things, still in the bowel. So I did the enema again. I made some researches as usual, and I read that you can, do it again so that it can empty totally. So I did the enema again, all over again, and I still opened my bowels. It was still a type 4. It was a bit hard. So I noted that, okay, I was going to tell the nurses and the doctors when I get there. So when I got to the hospital, I had a nurse that, there will be a nurse that will prep you, tell you what you're supposed to do, tell you what the procedure that will happen, ask you some questions so that he's sure that your capacity is okay for the procedure. So he asked my name, my date of birth, and he asked me what I am there to do. So I told him what I was there to do. I even explained even more than, let me check if this thing is working. So I even explained, much more, and then, okay, he was sure. So he told me that since I'll be sedated, he's going to fix the cannula in my arm. So I said, yes, I know. So he checked. I didn't even drink water that day. I drank water previous day around 8 p.m. I stopped drinking water around 8 p.m. previous day. And then he noted all that down because the nurse asked me. So when it was time to fix the cannula for the, not drip, but to fix the cannula on my arm, he didn't see any veins. He was like, oh, it's because I didn't take water, I'm dehydrated. I said, yes, I knew that, because I know that whenever I'm going for tests or anything that has to do with cannulation, the phlebotomists or those in charge will tell you have to drink a lot of water. That is when they will be able to get, your veins. So he looked for. So he was able to get one tiny one. He got one tiny one. After fixing it, he decided to flush it, but it was so painful. So he took it out. So while he was doing that, I was beginning to feel dizzy. I was beginning to feel so dizzy. I don't know. And I told him that I was feeling dizzy. I said, I'm hungry. At first I said, can I have a sip of water? He said, at this point, we don't want, I'm going to be sedated. We don't want anything that would stop the procedure or that will have like adverse effects. So, but I kept saying I was dizzy. So he was like, okay, I should just calm down. And then he was looking for where to get another vein. He checked every part of my arm, elbow, everywhere. He didn't see. So while he held my hand, looking for veins, I collapsed. I just collapsed. I didn't know what was going on. But in my subconsciousness, I was hearing him saying, where's the alarm? Where's the emergency buzzer? He was shouting, please bring a bed, please. I just heard people running up and down. People were going and coming, but I was somehow, unconscious. I was like seeing what was going on, or I was hearing what was going on, but I was unconscious. I just went. So the next thing, nurses and the rest of the staff put me in bed. They virtually just carried me and put me in bed. So I was in bed. They put the oxygen. They gave me oxygen that I was breathing. So it took a while, for me to come back. And, they were asking, I heard them asking what happened before the incident. Why did she faint? What were you asking her? What were you telling her? What were you doing? So they were asking all those questions from the nurse. And I heard him, explaining. And then they went back to the room and said, the room is hot. It looks like the room is hot. So they had to open the window, for some other people that would come there. They said they observed that the room was hot. And then one of them even said, that she has done something like that to a patient. As soon as she inserted the cannula, the patient fainted. So they were just like trying to calm me down. They said, it's okay, everything is fine. Don't worry, you're safe. When I opened my eyes, I saw, the nurses, they were all smiling at me. They're like, it's okay, you're safe, okay? It's okay, everything is fine, all right? So they were really, really assuring me, and then I closed my eyes back. And, I was just trying to recover myself gently. And after a while, the nurse was seated right beside me, and there was all this thing on my arm, on my finger. There was the BP machine was left in my arm, and what else? I think my heart beats. They had to check everything. So the nurse was seated there with me, with a pen and a book, checking everything, checking my vitals. I think it was every 5 minutes, because the next thing, the BP machine will go off, and the one in my arm. So he kept on checking the rates up until he was sure that I was back. So I turned to look at him. He asked if I was okay. I said yes. So, but we still waited for like another 1 or 2 hours, and then another nurse came to me and asked me if I was fine, that she wants to do another enema, since they want to be sure that the procedure is clean. They want to be sure that the bowels is completely clean, so that I don't have to come back again. So I gave consent, and then she said if I need to use the toilet, would I mind using the commode? I said no, I'll go to the toilet myself. She said okay. I asked her where the toilet was. She pointed. I said okay, I'll find my way. So she administered the enema, and she was right there. She closed the curtain, but she was right. She kept telling me that she's right here, but in case I can't go further, there's a commode, right there in case. But since I said I would like to go to the toilet myself, she will walk me to the toilet. So she was there, and then when I felt the urge, I stood up. The bed was lowered, so she was there to take me to the toilet, and then I was able to empty my bowels. So after that, I was wheeled to, it's not really a theater, it's like, should you call it an operating room? But they had all the gadgets and everything was there. So the doctors were nice, friendly, smiled all through, the nurses smiled all through, and then they told me, the doctor said he was going to fix the cannula himself. Is that okay? I said yes, it was okay. So he said, am I scared of the needles? I said, no, I wasn't scared. So the nurse, one of the nurses came in again and said, my blood sugar was really low. That was why I fainted. So she brought 2 tablets of glucose that I should chew on it. So immediately I chewed on it, I felt much better because I was weak. I was really weak. So I felt much better. I felt a lot better. So the doctor said he wanted to check the my back passage to see, just to check before we begin. And then he did the check, and then he said he was going to apply a numbing cream, and so he asked for my consent at every point. He would wait for me to give consent before he goes ahead. So I said yes, he can apply the numbing cream. So after applying it, he said yes, so now he doesn't want to go through the stress of fixing the cannula and then everything is not fine. So he said now everything is fine, he's going to fix the cannula. He checked everywhere and then he saw some veins, so he was able to fix it and injected he told me the name, he told me the name of that medication for sedation, but I can't even remember. I can't remember that. So he did that, and he said, depending on how much pain I can hold, if he says that I'm beginning to have pains, he's going to add more of the medication into my veins. I said it's fine. So they started, the camera was inserted. I was not feeling pain. I was just feeling like pressure kind of, because they gave me like another 5 to 10 minutes for the medication to start working. So it was just like pressure. So I was watching the camera. I was watching what was going on the camera. I couldn't do a video because it was all, everything just happened too fast. And because of the fainting, so I was watching, so I couldn't just do the video. I couldn't do any video. So I watched everything, I watched everything in the camera, where the camera was going, my bowels, checking everywhere. And, I saw that everywhere was clean. I didn't see anything, any significant thing. So the doctor was talking me through what he was doing. I was nodding, I was, giving consent. And after like just a few minutes, he brought the camera out and said he was done. I was happy. And then he said he will come back to me to explain the results. I was like, okay. So I was wheeled to the recovery room, and then the sedative was like working. So I was, closing my eyes, opening, closing and opening. The doctor came to check me and told me that everything was fine. He said the result, everything was fine. I said, did you find anything, polyps, whatever? I've read so many things. He said no, that everything was fine. It was clean. I had a clean bowel. It was all okay. And it was just the hemorrhoids. I have hemorrhoids. So he needs to ask me if I want the hemorrhoids to be taken out through surgery, or if I'm going to manage it with diet. So I said I was going to manage it with diet. And I was even really thinking of, changing, start going on very healthy, very healthy diets, like choosing organic food to non-organic, no matter how expensive. And the difference is just usually not much. So I told him I was going to work on it through my diet. I was going to reduce sugary stuff and the rest of it. He said it was okay. And then he handed me, he told me that the copy of the results would be sent to me and to my GP. And I said that was okay. So he, officially like discharged me, he left. And another nurse came to take over and said, after a while, he was going to call my husband to start coming. So after that time, I was relaxing. She saw that I was with the phone because she wanted to go and call my husband. And I said, can I call him? He said, yes, I can make the call. So I called my husband to start coming. My husband was already on the way with my toddler boy. So when she saw that I was really, really stable, she said, I can dress up. So she stayed out and said anything I needed, she was just right there. So I changed from my dressing gown, from the hospital gown, I changed into the, outfits that I came with. So the previous time that I came, the nurses that I met were really, really friendly. So they were all coming there to check on me. And then they heard that I fainted and they were like, what happened? Are you scared of needles? Why were you scared? So one of the team lead nurse that came to see me said something like that has happened to her, that nearly she gave the patient, nearly she inserted the cannula, that the patient just fainted. So that sometimes it happens sometimes. And the fact that I didn't eat, I've not eaten anything in the past 48 hours kind of. So, we all just laughed about it. So I changed. I went to the waiting room. I already brought fruits. I brought banana, grape, and apple. So I asked if I could eat now. They said just in a few minutes. So when I got to the waiting room, they said I can eat my fruits. And then they asked what I wanted, tea or coffee, biscuits. I said okay, they can bring tea with no sugar. And then they brought different biscuits, so I had to just choose one. But I ate my fruit first, and while waiting, I just took my cup of tea, and I kept that biscuit for my baby, my little son, that when he comes, I'll give him. Before you know it, I finished the biscuit. I finished the biscuit. So, my husband came, he called my phone, and then I told him to just tell them at the reception, leave my name. So someone came to pick me. Picked me to meet my husband. So that cannula and everything was taken out of my hand because I was discharged officially. So I went to meet my husband and we went home together. So I was told not to drive, not to walk, not to take care of kids within the next, 12 or 24 hours, that I should just go and rest. So that was that about that. I got home, I did not rest though. I was just worried about my children. Have you eaten? Have you done this? Have you done this? I was just, even though I was in bed. So what I did was, I think my husband stepped out. He stepped out. So immediately he stepped out, I just ran out of bed. I ran out of bed and quickly went to the kitchen to just make, something for my little boy. I was just, this motherly instinct, So when I saw that my husband was almost coming back, I just went back to bed again because the boy was like disturbing me. So that is that about that. So the reason why I'm sharing this video is just to tell you that no matter what symptoms that you're feeling, please just try to go to the GP, because you never know. You never can tell. It is better to even, raise false alarm and be sure that you're okay than not going to the GP, because there's some, while doing this research, before going for this test, there was one YouTube lady, there was one lady that said she has been healthy all her life until that afternoon that she just felt a bit weak, and then she went to the hospital and was told that she had bowel cancer. Up until that time, she has been healthy. She has never complained. She's never gone to the hospital. And she's a nurse. But she has never had any symptom. And then that moment that she felt weak and fainted, they did all that test, and then she found out that she had, so it really taught me. So it really, this procedure just gave me like a mind shift that health is wealth. You know that when they say health is wealth, some people just say it, but now it's having a deeper meaning to me, that health is really, really wealth. Let's just try and take care of our health. If you are feeling some kind of way, let's try to go to the hospital. It's not going to hurt. So I'm just, just trying to admonish, you out there to try and don't take anything for granted. If it has to do with your health, don't take it for granted, because it is this body that is doing that work. It is this body that is stressing. It's this body that is doing all, it's just like a car. You are using a car, you have to take care of the car, you have to service the car. Let's just take care of ourselves. So if you have watched this video to this extent, I salute you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. And I'm trying to I'm working on getting up to 1,000 subscribers. I would like you to please subscribe to this channel, and please send the comments. Just tell me if you have gone through this before. How did you go about it? Or if you're having any symptoms, just share. Let's share and rub minds together, because you just never know. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that whenever I post, because I've got some juicy things to talk to you about, a lot of juicy things. So just turn on that notification bell, so that when I upload those videos, you will be the first to watch them. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day. Stay safe. Bye.